Okay, so since we go through the linked list about insert first, we know how to do the insert first method. Okay, so in this lecture, we're gonna talk about how to insert last using the Java code. Okay, so as we mentioned, um, insert last, the very big part is this next node have to be return none, which make this one is the tail, right? So using this way, we identify the tail and make this tail point to the new node. Okay, so let's take a look at the code. In this code, we have this insert last. The only difference is we're using the current one as a pointer to track whether they are the tail or not. Okay, whether this hand is the tail or not. Okay, let's take a look at the code and visualization to like step by step to do these things. Okay, first we create the linked list. Okay, which the reference is a list. Okay, once we create this one, it will call the constructor. Call the constructor over here. Make the head as null. Okay, so here is the head. Okay, once we have head, we go to next line. This line we want to insert last, which name is Jim. Okay, so we call this one, and the name is Jim. Then we create a new instance of a hand, which name is Jim, right? Okay, then we assign this head to the current one. Okay, so which means over here is current. Okay, obviously um, this linked list is empty, which means the head will be the norm. So this is a return true. Okay, so we assign the head as a new hand, right? Then we go to next line, insert last team. Okay, so once we go to the team, this instance variable will be the team. Then we create a new the instance of the hand is the team. Okay, then we assign the head to the current one, right? So again, it just looks like this one, right? Okay, so obviously current the head is not none. Okay, this one is return false, right? So which means they have to go through this else statement. In the else statement, the very important part is current dot get next. Okay, so that tell me what is the current one right now. The current one is point to here, right? Is James' hand. Okay, current James' hand. So James, the hand name is James, right? The next hand is none. Okay, so this one gets next will return null. So none is not equal to none. This is return false, right? In a while statement, if the condition is false, we will directly jump out the loop and go to next statement. Okay, so next statement, we set our current dot set next to the new hand. Okay, what's the occurrence now? The occurrence is this one, right? It's James' hand, right? So set next, which means this noun will be changed, right? Will change to the team's hand because new hand is teams, right? Right? So we still cannot see the you probably still has some little bit like confusion about how why we're using current. So let's see if we add one more statement is over here is for the Jimmy. Okay, so let's see the difference between the 2 and the 3. Okay, so if we want to insert the last one, it's for the Jimmy. Okay, we need to create a new hand. Again, this is for the Jimmy, right? And we set the current one is the head. Okay, so the head is Jim, and head is Jim, current is Jim currently, right? So again, we go to this if statement. The head is not noun, which means over here is a false. We go to the else statement. In the else statement, we check current next one. So right now, the current next is what? Is team's hand, right? So obviously, team's hand is not noun. This is a return what? It's a return true, right? If it's written true, we need to go over this line. Okay, so the current one is Jane, right? And this is a return team's hand. Okay, basically this is will return this one, right? So then we go to this line. Do we need to go to this line? The answer is no, because we still need to check this while loop again, right? So currently this one will turn to the team, right? Once we go to the team, we check this while loop again, the second time. What's the current? This current is a team, right? Right now it's a team. And the team's next, what's the next? It's a noun, right? And the noun is not equal to noun. What this will be returned? It's a return false. Once we return false, then we can go to this line. Okay, so what's the current one? Team, right? So then we set the team next, obviously is over here, to the new hand. What is new hand? New hand is Jamie's hand, right? So we change a reference to the James hand. Then we link them together. Okay, so that goes through this one more time. Okay, so the first step, so in this line, we create a new linked list. So new linked list is means there's nothing inside. Okay, the head is now. Okay, then we go to the gym one. We create as a gym one. Okay, over here, the current one is for the head. Obviously, right now, the head is none, right? Then we go over here. So head is none. So we made the Jim is the head, right? Then we go to this line, we create a team. So team is new hand, and the head right now is Jim, right? So obviously right now this is return false. We need to go to the else statement. In the else statement, we need to check whether they are the tail or not. So the condition to determine the tail or not is get nest. So nest whether they are none or not. Okay, so current is equal to the head. Head is Jim, right? So originally the Jim's nest is none, right? Because they didn't link together to the next one, right? So right now this is so which means it's none is not equal to none. This is a return false. We set the current nest to the new one, right? So current is Jim, to the new one is a team. Okay, so right now these two link together. Okay, then we go to the Jimmy one. So we create a new one right here, and we make the current one as a head. So over here, and we need to make sure this link is empty or not. No, obviously we have this link already, so we make us go to the else statement. In the else statement, we need to check current one is the tail or not. So obviously this the current is from here right now is a head, right? So head is the team. Team is not equal to none. Okay, this is true, right? Which means we need reset this current to the okay to the team, right? Because this is a return team. Okay, the team's hand. Okay, now we check the condition again. So right now is team. Team's hand. Team's next hand is none. Right? So none is not equal to none, which is return false. Right? Which that means we jump out for a while loop and reset a nest. So the current one is team. Team's nest is new hand. New hand is Jamie, right? So Jamie's hand. Okay, then we link these three together. Okay, so linking list is not easy to understand. Okay, so make sure you draw a picture, make them link together, and try to test them out. Okay, using your own code. Okay.